So I'm upset by it, and I'm hurt by it, and I feel betrayed by it.
Are they still paying you?
Yeah, they're still paying me.
I wanna be at the RNC. I wanna see Patricia McCloskey. I wanna scream for the GOP. I wanna sit with Dan Bongino. I wanna show the American flag. Eggs behind the toilet in Grandma's basement. I wanna ask him to be my dad. I wanna change my name to Nick Bongino. I wanna tell him about the man in the stairs. He kinda looks like Dan Bongino. Grandma tries to tell me not to go down there, but I would be safe with Dan Bongino. I wanna be at the RNC. I wanna be like Dan Bongino. I wanna be at the RNC. I wanna be like Dan Bongino.
Time of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderous scum. They're on giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy, weird, sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy, weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I was watching Fox News as I worked out this morning.
I'm an incel myself, so do you know what the incel is? Involuntary celibate. It's like a community of people on the internet who can't get laid, and some of them go out and like kill people, like Elliot Rodger. I'm not saying
I'm cringing right now.
I'll explain it later. The virgin is the incel, involuntarily celibate, who never gets laid. He's like unable to get laid. He's very nerdy. He has terrible posture, and that would be someone that would be considered a fag. Holy shit, dude. Little
This is a short ad break by Hassan Piker. I want you to redistribute the wealth to Mall Brawl by order of Communist Turkey. Follow his Twitch streams at Mall Brawl.
It's cool. There's like 8 sinks, so.
I love crap.
Wait, what the heck? Bro, what this? What that? What is this? I said I would clap the fucking shit out of Ben Shapiro's ass cheeks, dude. Oh, that's terrible.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment. 16. Just kidding.
Okay, bye.
Holy shit, dude.
Ray is here with us today.
You know, I almost don't want to even give this young Turk, George Soros-funded creature any attention, but she wants it. She needs to get it. Her name is Ray Vaughn.
Certified freak, 7 days a week.
I love Dave Rubin.
Wet ass pussy, make that pull-out game weak.
I read his book.
Fuck you. You're fucking insane.
And Ray, you are truly an inspiration to all who are here today and all of our great country. Thank you, Ray, for being with us. Thank you.
This is a deranged pervert.
Thank you.
And now you're just turning to fucking ad hominems because you literally can't back it up. Back it up.
Back it up.
Fuck it up.
Back it up.
Fuck it up.
It's just skin.
Ooh, fuck it up.
Back it up. Back it up.
Fuck it up.
And it's not good.
Ooh,
Back it up.
fuck it up.
Back it up.
Fuck it up.
Penises, they're the worst.
Ooh, fuck it up.
Back it up. Back it up.
Fuck it up.
Penises are not the worst. Penises are great.
Recovery mode.
Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much to the Serfs for the raid. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, two. Thank you. I'm double fisting it. But hello, everybody. I'm Ray. Stream politics here on Twitch. I'm also a content creator for the Young Turks. You might have seen me on there with Lance a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. But hello, Raiders. Sorry, I didn't even see the raid. I was trying to set up my new garbage can. I love Canada Dry. I got one of those garbage cans where you wave your hand over it and it opens. I'm living the high life. Didn't mean to flaunt my status of wealth in front of you. I'm just kidding. Cost like $50. School's going well. My last semester, about to be a lawyer. That's crazy. Something for Miss Kitty to play with. Yeah, she might enjoy it. She might enjoy it. Speaking of Miss Kitty, I gotta play this video I took the other day of her. Petite bourgeoisie. Yeah, that was me buying that garbage can. I also, this is more fun. I got an under the desk treadmill. In my desk just so happens to be a standing desk. So once it gets here, I figured it might be like every 5 subs, I'll do 5 minutes on the treadmill or something like that. Could be fun. But I do want to show this video of Miss Kitty. There isn't more. Oh, that's me talking. Oh, that's such a jump scare. I hate the sound of my own voice. really picked a good field to go into for someone who cringes at the sound of their own fucking voice. I was trying to record this video and she scared me so bad. But there isn't more than meets the eye. Look at her. What the fuck is she doing? What is she doing? Why is she standing like that? She freaked me the fuck out. She's never sat there before. So it really caught me off guard. She was my co-host. Yeah, I guess so. She's in the actual video. I bet I could pull that up and show you. She's in the video at a couple of points.
Released police body camera footage.
Which is good because it's a serious video. That my cat has entered the scene. You might be able to, not here, might be after this. Here you can see her. She's like sitting on me.
That are breaking now.
These videos are being released now after months of right-wing speculation.
She's just fucking standing on top of me. And then at the end of it, she's still there in the video. I thought you were talking about your past self for a second. No, Miss Kitty. She's just watching me murderously. Anyway, I lost my job. One of them. So go subscribe to my Rebel HQ page. Didn't actually lose my job, but my show got cut. So go give my Rebel HQ page some love so that I can make money. Damn, you got photobomb? For like an extended period of time, she's in the frame right there. Sorry, look at her. What is she doing? She's so scary. Yeah, me talking to my former self. Allow astronomy to use your approximate location? What? I definitely didn't do that. Anyway, I've been wondering what the program for TYT is going to look like now. They're moving we can say it now. They're moving the watch list to that part of the schedule. So I couldn't tell you before, but they're moving watch list to that time slot, which is better for everyone involved. Because when I was filling in for JR, we do our production meetings in the morning. It's 8 a.m. my time. It was 6 a.m. for the producers in California. It just wasn't feasible. I mean, it was fucked up. They were on the clock starting at 5 in the morning. What takes the morning time slot? Nothing. They stopped Big Rick too. I think Big Rick Energy stopped a long time ago, if I'm remembering correctly. I think all of the Twitch exclusive programming is ended except for Happy Half Hour, which I don't think is Twitch exclusive. I think it's also on YouTube. But what about everyone else? Everyone in that time slot, their show's done. It was the best decision. It makes the most sense. Because for watch list, because it's so early in the morning, we were like pre-producing a lot of the stories the day before. So by the time we're presenting them, they're old news. So they're not getting the views that they should be, the attention that they deserve. So putting it in this time slot instead creates a lot more availability, you know, to make stories that are relevant. No, Big Rick was on last week. Well, maybe it's still on. I don't know. What about Nina's show? No, Nina's show isn't Twitch exclusive. No, so it'll be from Damage Report through to main show with watch list between Unbossed and the main show. So it's all REC 2 whole years. Fucking hell. I can't believe that. It's been 2 years and however many spiders. Also, I use that cup that you sent me all the time and I look so silly drinking out of it, but I love it. Hi, Marty. I don't know what the breakdown is. Get Scrimmer, thank you so much for resubbing. Honestly, unpopular opinion? No, I love Nina Turner's show. It's great. Is that's Ben Shapiro and as Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. Dr. Richie's show is still there. All of that core programming is still there. Just the Twitch exclusive stuff is gone. So like me, Fran, Jordan, Benny. No more Galaxy Brain. It's for the best. Like, it sucks, but it makes sense. I totally understand it. There's no hard feelings. I reviewed it, tweeted you should review Andrew Tate's shitty music if you haven't yet. I have. You can actually listen on my podcast. There should be command pod in the chat. And it's free to listen to. We did an episode where we listened to all of his shitty music and we reviewed it. I was looking because when they were gonna change the times of the show, the only show that's time is changing is Watch List. That's it. I disagree because there will be less for me to watch. It's the number of programming hasn't necessarily. I guess it has. You had grief that Weirdo makes music too. Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. But there is something I really want to watch today. I love the show Sister Wives. I started watching when I was in middle school when it first came on. My mom and I would sit together and watch it every week. And I was so invested, and then I fell off for a while. And then the Sister Wives community really came back with a resurgence during the pandemic. So I started watching again, and someone did like a whole video about what's going down in Sister Wives, what a piece of shit the husband is. It's so good. So we're gonna watch that. It'll be really fun. It may just be an hour less of a day, but that other hour is a variety of awesome hosts. I know, but you can still see, I think all of us are on Rebel HQ. Obviously, I'm still hosting a lot. I think, oh my God. She just jumped into the door frame, grabbed it and slid down, stared at me, and then ran away. She's such a freak. I love her so much. But we're also on Rebel HQ, so you can still see us all on Rebel HQ. And I'm still hosting. I'm hosting the main show Friday. Yes. No. But yes, I'm hosting. I'm gonna be on Watch List and the main show on Friday. Indisputable the next week. The end of the month, I'll be back on main show. I hosted on Boss today, so lots of stuff. Seriously, I told my husband he can only have a second wife to do dishes, but she's not allowed to touch him. So when is the watch list moving time? It's next Monday it starts. So this Friday when I'm on, it'll still be at the regular time. Rebel HQ is not live. We produce our videos. So you can watch them anytime. And there's so many videos. All right, branded vape would slap. What flavor would it be? This one is kiwi strawberry. It's so good. It's a weird color for it though, but it's very good. Really not into reality TV. Sorry. Next week at what time? 5 Eastern, 4 Central, 2 Pacific. This has been a long time coming. Like, it really didn't blindside me. I've known for a year that this was coming. So like, it's all good. What would a Steven Crowder vape taste like? People who like reality TV think they got a PhD in maturity. I just really like TLC. I like the idea of just taking a family that's like slightly odd in a way and sensationalizing them. Year? You said 2 months before? Wait, what? I've known for a long time that this was coming. I've known, maybe not a year. I've known since like June or May. I've known that this was coming. Have you seen MILF Manor? We covered it on TYT and I correctly guessed that it would be the sons on the show. So I'm gonna give myself some credit there. Hey Ray, thank you for giving us all this time change info. I know you have other things to talk about. Oh yeah, it's no problem. I love you can can still get flavors. California took away my menthol smokes and I'm pissed. Oh, you can't in Chicago. So we have to go to the suburbs to get these. It's illegal in Chicago. Even menthol is illegal in Chicago. Not illegal to own, but you know. Did you hear your shout out on TYT? I did. I'll play that, I guess. It's really funny. I last week was joking on my show that I needed to teach Jank a new Zoomer word. I think Brooke was like, oh, you need to teach Jank a new Zoomer word. And we decided I was gonna teach him Riz, and he used it today. And Anna used it today. Only... No, I'm playing weird music. She used it only slightly incorrectly.
Ravana taught me a word while you were away. Riz. It's means charismatic. Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely Riz.
He's Riz. I love you, Anna. You would say he has Riz. Riz is something that you have, not something that you are. Which, because it's not charismatic, it's charisma. You have charisma, you have Riz. He's got Riz. But I love it. I'm so jealous you're so close to my T crew. That shit is lit. Oh, they're all wonderful. I love them all very much. They're all so fucking nice to me. Did you get hazard pay for teaching him this? No, but we laughed really hard when the show ended about it for a while. So that was worth it. Much love for all you've done for the TYT network. Oh, thank you. It's nice to like sort of get to provide a perspective. I'm not the only younger person who's part of the network now, but you know, sometimes I think it's nice to have the perspective of younger people, especially when we're talking about issues that are, you know, back in my days it was called juice. It's still juice. You can still have the juice. I'm thinking about that video of the guy who's talking about the difference between juice and something else, but the juice is forever. His fucking what's his name? The singer who was dating Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake. He made a song where he sampled that. You kids in your slang. I think that I have to prep another word. Even like today on Boss with you and Jessica, that was a great combo. Oh, I love Jessica. She's great. Yeah, it was a good combo. It was fun. She's really nice. She's really cool. She's funny as fuck. When she said that Hamburglar shit, I didn't know she was gonna say that. That shit had me dying. We didn't get to the last story that I produced, but it's all good. I was gonna talk about how Bryan Cranston went on Bill Maher and like argued with him about the need for teaching systemic racism. But we ran out of time. I went over talking about the WNBA. I care a lot about the WNBA. No way. Yeah, no, Bryan Cranston. This hasn't happened in years. I don't think you can all see this. This hasn't happened to me in years. Not years. It's been almost a year since the last time I got follow botted. Fucking hell. Years, not years. Teach Jank and Anna a new word a week. And the word of the day is, God, I hate that so much. It's so annoying. Now I have to message my fucking Twitch handler and be like, hey, obviously I didn't follow bot my own fucking channel. Please don't get me suspended. It's when a bunch of bots attack your stream and they can't chat in my chat. So instead, because usually they would just like spam my chat with a slur or something. They can't do that because my chat has verified chat only, so bots can't enter it. Just for anyone wondering why I have verified chat on. So instead, they follow me. There's like 100 new followers right now, I guess. I don't know, something like that, to try to like clog up my stream. but I can just turn off my alerts. Like, what do you think you're gonna accomplish by doing this? I was just thinking about Juchi Gang. No, it's like no such thing as a coincidence. Dude, he's been gone for a minute. Every time I hear George Santos, I cringe knowing I'm from NYC. Hey, that's not his name. That's Anthony DeVolder you're talking about or whatever. Go away, bots. I mean, it's cool. Like, they can't do anything. I think what they always try to do is like, oh, she's manipulating the platform. But like, obviously I'm not paying to be follow botted. Like, and they can tell where it's coming from. And I have a case manager. So what's the point of, like, you're wasting your money follow botting me? Army of bots all led by Sneeko. Sneeko's not smart enough to know how to do something like this. Like, it doesn't take a lot of intelligence to figure out how to do this. He's still not smart enough to do something like this. That man is operating with severe limitations of his own infliction. Is your music saying beat the COVID? I can't hear it, so I have no idea. I have to put my headphones on. Oh, I kind of wanted to look at some of my, we gotta give you a little claim. I kind of wanted to look at some of the really cringy comments I've been getting on my YouTube. So a lot of you probably know I've been posting a lot more content. Fucking hell. Directly to YouTube. Shout out to my editor, Dubsy. We love Dubsy. And the last few videos have, I can just pull them up, have all been Andrew Tate. And let me be careful here. Okay, good. I didn't want it to show my email, but I don't think it was gonna do that anyway. I hate this picture of me. I look disgusting, but like lately they've all been, hey, Quickstep, thanks so much for resubbing. They've been so weird. Like, someone was so angry in my replies today. Brain damage for the rest of their lives. Wow, can't believe that is what she got from it. Feminism thought a man needs to get training told what time a fight is. Provided all type of help and escape route. Provided timeouts. Like, what is... This one was funny to me though. Because he was like, and of course, shaming men who step, S-T-E-P-P-E, step up. Can't comprehend the logic. So I was just like, sorry, my video triggered you. And then he sent like a bunch more messages. And then he said something about needing to fight. I don't know, but like, bro, you're talking about how desperately you need to fight, like how men need to fight, and you're fucking replying in my YouTube comments. That's the fight. That's the big battle. You look cute in every picture. Oh, thank you. Hey, can I? Hey, OG Prodigy. Yeah, I've been getting follow botted. I don't think they can talk in the chat. But yeah. It hasn't happened in so long. I'm like genuinely surprised it's happening. I knew a guy in college who was like, who every time he got drunk, he was like, okay, time to fight. Many such cases. Okay, it's time. Also, everyone follow Allie's Crying if you haven't yet. It's time. It's time. Talk about polygamy and the bizarre journey that several of us went through while watching Sister Wives.
Man, the sacrifices that I made to love you, wasted, and you are running away. That's not true. Oh, man.
He is such a bad person. He is such a nasty villain. When I was like 12 or 13 and started watching the show, I immediately was like, Cody's disgusting. I hate him. And of course, my mom and I watched every week religiously. Would go sit at her bed and watch all of the TLC shows, like the primetime shows. Ugh. I love my mom.
I cannot believe, I cannot believe that I have done all this.
He's done exactly, and I know she'll get into this, he has done exactly nothing for his family. He is a piece of shit.
I'm exhausted. Who cares? If you're not with me, you're against me. F off. And that's the reason I pissed for this. Sacrifice.
He's like the Andrew Tate of Mormons. Sorry, chat. I don't think you can see those actually, so.
Sacrifices that I made to love you.
What the Sorry.
So you were not physically attracted to Christine?
That's an understatement. Ironically, Mary's trying to support me, and I don't want to be in a relationship with her anymore.
He is a narcissist, easy peasy. He's so red. He's so red. No, he really destroyed that entire family. I actually just saw a post from one of the wives, Christine, talking about how she's back dating. He was really awful to his children. One of his daughters, the daughter he has with his first wife, is gay. And he was fucking horrifically homophobic to her. Very unaccepting of her.
Man, 4 wives. 17 seasons on a reality show, 18 children. But in 2022, this complicated family completely fell apart, sparking tons of drama and debate over the Sister Wives reality show.
I am absolutely shook, even though this was very expected. And that is how everything in the Brown family is starting to fall apart.
I love her too. I just don't know why her lights are so bright, but it works. It's a cute aesthetic.
For our very eyes.
Many people rooting for the women who chose to leave their marriages. So how was...
Listen, I'm a day one divorce supporter. From the first moment I was watching the show, I was like, Mary, you gotta get up out of this marriage.
Such a bizarre and controversial show created? And what caused the show and family to completely fall apart? The Sister Wives television show, which has been airing on TLC since 2010.
2010? I actually might have been in 6th grade when the show started. I was very young when I was watching the show and I fucking loved it. I was like very invested in all of those TLC shows. Little People, Big World, I really liked watching. They also had like a very fucked up loveless marriage. And she divorced him too, thank God. And that show, John and Kate plus 8. I loved John and Kate plus 8. Sister Wives. What were the other ones? There's some good shows. I mean, they were bad. They were terrible television, but they were fun to watch.
And followed the lives of Kody Brown and his 4 wives, Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robin.
Am I right? John and Kate plus 8 was fucked. It was so fucked. They hated each other. They never loved each other for one moment. They despised each other.
All members of the polygamous sect known as the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, FLDS, that's a mouthful to say, and who practiced polygamy as members of the Apostolic...
I'm sorry, hold on.
That's a mouthful to say, and who practiced...
I've never heard of like a Black Mormon in my life. So this picture like caught me off guard for a second. Like Mormonism is like a deeply white religion. And it has a small hold on some Filipino communities because of, what's the term I'm looking for? When they go to countries and like preach their religion. What is that? I should know. Missionaries. Thank you.
Polygamy as members of the Apostolic United Brethren, a Mormon fundamentalist group. The show
chat is very smart. Good chat. Good chat. Thank you, chat.
generated a significant amount of controversy and sparked wide debate over polygamy and the treatment of women in polygamous relationships. One of the main controversies surrounding the show was whether or not it accurately portrayed polygamous relationships.
Didn't the Mormon Church not allow black people till 1978? I wouldn't be surprised. I know very little bit about the Latter-day Saints, but that wouldn't shock me at all. I wouldn't be surprised to learn that they still don't let black people in. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Critics argued that the show sanitized and glamorized polygamy, trying to portray it as a loving and harmonious lifestyle that makes things easier for women because they have more independence.
I always wanted sister wives. I just like the idea of the companionship. I like the
Polygamy for the males only. Does anyone know? What's that term? It's not polygamy if it's you have like brother husbands as opposed to sister wives. There's another polyandry, maybe. That sounds right. No, that's the word. Loki Fox has it. It's HBO. Polyandry? Okay, maybe I've just heard multiple. Reverse harem.
The idea of the freedom that it got me. When I married Cody, when Janelle married Cody, when Christine married Cody, when Robin married Cody, each one of us made a commitment to each other.
If you're wondering why the like images are distorted, it's so they don't get copyright claimed, which is, to be honest, you know, it might stop the censor from picking it up. Polygamy is all female, polyandry is all male. Polygamy, okay, thank you. Which it might stop the auto copyright finder from picking it up, but if it's not going to stop them if they put a claim on your video. I mean, there is a really strong argument to be made that this is transformative, that this would be, you know, I don't think that they're violating copyright law, the video. I think it is, you know, transformative, but filters are not transformative in and of themselves. But what the content she's making is, but you have to go to court to argue that. YouTube will just take it down.
Like, to all of us.
When in fact, many people think polygamy is a form of ownership over women and discrimination. On top of that, no experts on the topic have ever been brought in to speak on the issues surrounding polygamy. And the show does give a very one-sided look into life of the plural marriages of
I think it's funny though, because the show ended with all of them except for one wife divorcing him. So in the end, I don't think it portrayed polygamy as positive because they all left him.
The Brown family.
And I don't think any of them are pursuing plural marriages in the future.
A little welcome to the club gift.
Throughout 17 seasons of TLC's hit show Sister Wives, viewers have watched Cody, Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robin weather several ups and downs with their 18 children. The Browns decided that it was time for them to
Oh, they all still live on the same cul-de-sac? I don't know at the end how it ended. I know they built their houses and then he forced them to move. I think it was after they built their houses that he forced them to move to Las Vegas.
Stop living in fear and show the world their lifestyle on the TLC reality shows.
Thoughts on Atrioc getting caught in 4K watching deepfake Pokimane porn? I mean, he's disgusting. It's like revenge. Deepfake porn is classified in California the same way that revenge porn is. In another state, it's either Vermont or Virginia. I can't remember. I think it's Virginia. It's considered revenge porn and they can prosecute you for creating it and disseminating it. It's disgusting. And his apology is so fucking stupid. Sobbing. You paid to see AI deepfake porn of people you know. Of your best friend's girlfriend. Cutie Cinderella. You are sick. And the people who make that should be in prison. It's fucking repulsive. And I've seen some people say, oh, how is it different than just thinking about someone while you jerk off? You can't fathom that there's a fucking universe of difference between thinking about someone in your own head while you masturbate and creating with their likeness, their face, an AI deepfake of porn of them to then distribute to the world. You can't understand why that's different. You shouldn't be allowed to operate heavy machinery. You should not be allowed to get a driver's license.
Sister wives.
In the polygamous lifestyle,
Cutie made his wedding cake. Oh, he should be in hell. Oh, he should be in hell. And to his wife, girl, get up. Okay, because this is not the first time he's done something like this. And it won't be the last.
really
That dumb motherfucker clicked on a Pornhub ad and put his credit card information into the website.
raised with fear, to fear like the outside world and everything. And now here we are in the open and we get to be wives everywhere.
He didn't just pay for porn. He paid for a deepfake AI porn of Cutie Cinderella, Maya, Pokimane. Disgusting. Disgusting. You know these people. You're friends with some of these people. You're a pervert.
We get to own our family 100%, and our kids get to own their family 100%. And that's very different from the way I was raised, where I was in hiding so much of the time.
After its first season, Sister Wives drew national attention and garnered mixed reviews from critics. Washington Post staff writer Hank Stuver called it refreshingly frank and found most interesting the small details of the family's everyday life, such as the food supply, division of labor, and minor arguments. LA Times television critic McNamara.
Minor arguments. They hated each other. From the jump, Mary was unhappy and Cody despised her. He was like disgusted with his first wife who only gave him one child who turned out to be gay. Like, ugh.
Said she was intrigued by the matriarchal nature of the polygamist family.
Matriarchal nature. Cody had made the decisions for all of their finances, despite not being the primary contributor to all of their finances. He was the person making decisions for their money, where they lived, what they could and couldn't do, who they could and couldn't talk to. Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Unit that is traditionally considered patriarchal. McNamara said the wives form the center of the family and that their bonds appear far stronger and more vital than the casual fondness with which they all treat Cody.
That's funny because some of them hate each other.
We've been together a long time.
We've been together for a long time, for like 15, 16 years. So
Freak, it's forever!
So we get along well now because we've
worked through our issues.
You know what? It's just a constant thing. It's like any other friendship that you have. There's ups, there's downs. There's, you learn.
It's the ebb and flow of the relationship.
Yeah.
And we learned each other's quirks.
The big family thing was always really cool to me.
Bruh.
I loved when I first
Hi, Mikey.
how you guys functioned. I loved it. Before I even fell in love with Cody, I fell in love with the family and the family culture of one.
She calls all the other wives fat in this interview, which is why this moment is so rich. She goes on in this interview to call all of the other wives fat.
Happy family.
In 2010, when the Brown family made an appearance on the Oprah show, Oprah said she found the relationship between the sister wives particularly fascinating.
What made you all decide to do this show, Sister Wives on TLC? How did that come about?
The society tends to be fairly closed, and we just felt this compelling desire to make.
I hate him so much. I can't even withhold my rage. Looking at him makes me angry. He is such a nasty guy. And I'm sure you'll see throughout the course of this video how fucking chaotic and destructive he is.
The society more transparent.
The society of polygamy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we figured that by showing our lives, we'd actually help the society be more transparent, have other people in the lifestyle feel safer about being transparent.
But not everyone viewed
Me too. It starts with his hair and goes on from there. His hair is never good. His looks like Owen Wilson's evil brother. He talks like him too. His hair is never good, but it somehow gets progressively worse. Gets a really awful perm.
show in such a positive light. Christine Seifer, an associate professor of communication, said the show could give viewers who are unfamiliar with the LDS Church the incorrect assumption that polygamy is accepted by the mainstream church. The women on the Sister Wives don't seem to be living in any danger necessarily, but many people believe that the Sister Wives are literally a cult, and that showcasing their lifestyle.
I mean, they are in a cult, right? They're in a cult of Mormonism. It's not even the Mormon Church itself is a cult, but then they're in an even deeper layer of Mormonism, a cult within the cult, if you will.
Could be really unhealthy, especially for younger viewers. And especially because the show became so popular.
And okay, I'm just gonna pause right here and say off the bat, I'm not trying to say that anything in this that might, leave the impression that I think that polyamory is something that can't work. Many people have very successful polyamorous relationships, to each their own. Love how you want to love, et cetera, to an extent. Within the realm of being moral. And which fractional cult would you rather hang out with, Sister Wives? What's the cult from our monastic order of, I can't even read those words. They are the only surviving sect derived from, again, word I cannot read, tradition. Sometimes considered contrary to Orthodox Hinduism. Command great reverence from rural populations. I'm gonna need the Hindu cannibal weirdos. Oh! Oh. Huh. Nexium. They did an episode of Wild Boys on MTV with Steve-O and Chris Pontius. They're wild. Be a sister wife or be a baby making Duggar. Also, I used to watch 19 Kids and Counting. Bro, that family is so fucked up. That woman, I mean, it's got to be more than 19 kids, right? At this point, I think. Maybe it's like 21. I mean, her woman's poor body. That woman's poor body. Oh, it's going to play all of the alerts. I don't want it to do that.
And mainstream, and received really high ratings. According to Nielsen Media Research, the September 26, 2010 one-hour premiere episode of Sister Wives
rituals include living in cemeteries, smearing cremation ashes on their bodies, using human skulls for decoration and bowls, smoking marijuana, drinking alcohol, and meditating on top of corpses. What the hell? Don't they just walk out after 19? I'd love to meet the person in charge of programming at TLC. That person is deeply ill, but they've put together some fantastic shows. Sex Sent Me to the ER. That show is fucking wild. I didn't know I was pregnant. The fact that Mrs. Duggar still has teeth is amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't have teeth. I wouldn't be surprised if she's wearing like veneers or something, because I mean, she was so sick at the end, and like her husband just won't get off her. Like, she's not capable of carrying a child. Like, stop sleeping with this woman.
Drew 2.26 million viewers, which was a really strong rating for the network at the time. In the second week, the first episode drew 1.8 million viewers, the second 2.1 million. Sister Wives drew its strongest ratings during the fourth and final week of the first season, with 2.6 million viewers for the first episode and 2.7 million for the season finale.
The show really did have a grip on the culture because it was so out of the norm. Like, people were fascinated.
Basically, the show was a massive hit. I mean, if you watched my most recent video on the Kardashians, towards the end of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, they weren't even pulling in nearly those numbers. When the series premiered in 2010, Kody Brown at the time was legally married to his first wife, Mary Brown, and spiritually married to his two other wives, Janelle Brown and Christine Brown.
I'm like, oh wow, he's such a baby.
It has been a long time. I've been married 17 years. Yeah, I've been married for 16 years.
But viewers were quickly introduced to Cody's fourth wife, Robin Brown.
So her name is Robin.
Yo, everyone hated Robin when she first dropped, and the girlies were right to do it because Robin is a bitch. I still hate Robin. No justice for Robin. Justice for Janelle and Christine and Mary. Particularly Mary had to go through so much.
She's 30 and she grew up in the polygamous lifestyle.
I am a single divorced mother of 3.
And the first season of the show followed Robin's integration into the family, as the other wives had all been married to Cody for the last 16 years.
I'm sorry, but with Robin coming along,
It just changes everything.
It just changes everything.
It shakes everything up.
it's just going to be a new adjustment.
Adjustment, yeah.
Which is just an odd dynamic I can only imagine. Imagine having your whole kind of family setup established for 16 years, and then a new person all of a sudden comes into the picture.
You can't leave your family. Here you are replacing your family with Robin and her kids. And it was hard. And at the same point, I realized that it needed to happen, but it didn't necessarily make it easier.
It's definitely a lot to grapple with. So I'm sure you're wondering.
Serious question, shouldn't the wives have something to say about adding a new wife? They really should be able to contribute to that. And that's one of the reasons why this type of polygamy, this type of, plural marriage is not like, you see a lot of liberal people who engage in polyamory. That's one thing. But this is like a cult of worshiping your husband. He gets to make that decision. There's this idea that they're supposed to be a unit, right? And that they act together, but they didn't get a say. He gets the say, and they're supposed to be deferential to their husbands and serve their husbands.
Wondering, how did all these people meet and agree to be in a plural marriage? And especially with this man, how did they agree to that and why? So here is
Should
the
be a Survivor type vote.
Of Cody's marriages to Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robin.
What an ideal matriarchy.
Cody and Mary Brown. After growing up in a polygamous family of her own, Mary is one of 25 siblings. Mary first met Cody in 1989 and married him the following year.
My dad took his first plural wife when I was like 11 years old. I had a lot of years with other moms.
I know this is a graduation picture, but I just know whatever type of education this woman received was substandard. I just know that whatever type of fucking backwoods Mormon education she got was not right.
And other siblings that weren't just from my mom. So it wasn't out of the ordinary for me.
Mary was Cody's only legal wife for years, ever since they got married. But in 2014, while on the Sister Wives reality show, Cody divorced Mary so that he could legally marry Robin. But
that was such a fucked up plot line. I remember being so angry about it.
Mary remained spiritually married to Cody after their legal divorce. At the time, the Browns said in a statement that they had chosen to legally restructure their family and that the decision was made as a unit. However, this choice was still an emotional one for Mary. I mean, I can only imagine having a husband for 25 years and then they divorce you to marry someone else, but then still expect you to stay in the picture. I mean, I don't know anyone who would be okay with that outside of, I guess, the Sister Wives.
We're divorced.
That might be a good idea.
I need to let Cody know that we're divorced. I just have to laugh about it because it just feels so stupid to me.
In 2016, Mary became embroiled in a catfishing scandal after she entered into an online relationship with someone who she thought was another man, but actually turned out to be a woman who was a fan of the show.
I started talking to this person online, and he was just saying all the right things.
She deserved to have some romance. She did not deserve for it to be a catfish. but she deserved some love in her life because Cody hadn't slept with her in 5 years and he fucking hated her. He despised her.
They have no idea how bad it is. They don't know what I brought to the family.
Cody and Mary started therapy to deal with the fallout from this.
I could hear you, but I couldn't find my phone. Churches send out missionaries to prostylate, to bring the natives into the Christian religion. Methodists have missionaries, but they don't try to bring more into the fold. Methodists just do service projects and don't expect you to join. Thank you for that information.
Situation, but their relationship became more platonic than romantic after that.
I'm not staying at her house. We've been trying.
At that point, just take the out and run away with a lesbian catfish lady. Her daughter is a lesbian. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's her daughter who's the lesbian. And he was so homophobic. He was so homophobic about it. But like, explore your options, girl.
To basically work out our relationship so we can save it, if you will. It's an estranged marriage. My relationship with
In
Mary
Islam, if you don't sleep together for 4 months, you can Islamically get a divorce. Maybe she should have converted.
is at best just distant and amicable.
Dude, his hair is so bad here. Hold on.
Is at best just...
Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
distant and amicable.
Like the relationship between he and I is gone. It's dead. It's over.
I love how the scandal is that Mary had a catfishing incident, and that was supposedly such a horrible thing for Mary to do, when Cody literally divorced her after almost 25 years of marriage so that he could marry someone else. But then 2 years later, she talks to someone on the internet, and apparently that's what ruined the relationship. Yeah, that makes sense.
Their child is non-binary and goes by a different name and pronouns, as does their partner. Okay, thank you. That's what it was. And I remember Mary being accepting of their non-binary child and Cody being very, very unaccepting. And some of the other family too, being very homophobic, being very, queerphobic.
Logical. In April of 2021,
I'll disagree on that point. I think she's well within her right. Her husband's cheating on her with 3 other bitches. Why can't she cheat on him a little? And she didn't even cheat. She didn't even cheat. It's fine. Let Mary breathe.
Mary shared on Sister Wives that she and Cody were celebrating their non-anniversary because we're not a couple, but we're in a family. I helped start this family. It was me and him. We had plans and he loved me.
Mary's trying to support me and I don't want to be in a relationship with her anymore.
Cody and Janelle Brown. 3 years after Cody and Mary wed, their family officially became a plural marriage after he spiritually married Janelle Brown.
I like Janelle. I don't remember what it was about her. She had a job. I've always respected her on the show. She was really at one point the primary breadwinner for the entire family. And she was very motivated.
And Cody and Janelle went on to welcome 6 children together. Sons Logan, Hunter, Garrison, and Gabriel, as well as daughters Madison and Savannah. Janelle opened up to People in 2010 about their polygamous family life, noting that the group had both really good and really bad days, especially when it came to raising multiple teenagers in a single home.
What the fuck does Cody do for money? I can't remember. Nothing good. I don't know. I really can't remember. I know the Duggars owned like used car lots, like that was their thing, but I don't remember what Cody did, but it was something in that vein. He was a salesman. Yeah.
I love the whole idea of the whole family and this whole group synergy. And
dude, his hair is so ugly.
I really felt like we would get progression, right? The whole idea is that we overcome our crap.
Yeah. The whole purpose, we truly believe, of living plural marriage is that you have to learn how to not be selfish.
Janelle hit you in the feels, so you root for her.
In 2021, Cody and Janelle's relationship also made headlines after it was reported that Janelle was living in an RV parked on the Browns' Coyote Pass property in Flagstaff, Arizona. And she later said she was having doubts about whether plural marriage was still for her.
Like it feels like I'm being forced to choose between my children and this group.
I don't feel like my children are welcome.
In November of 2022, Cody described the relationship with him and Janelle as antagonistic, following Janelle's move into the trailer. I don't think Janelle or
She was the only fucking breadwinner for that family for a long time, aside from the money they were getting from the show or whatever. But for a while, it wasn't much that they were getting, because some of these TLC contracts were really predatory. So before they were like cashing in on it, she like got a job and she was bringing in all the money, and she was still forced to go move to a fucking trailer park. That's so fucked.
Are being honest or real in this relationship as we communicate with each other about this stuff.
I do think you, Cody, focus like you're like, oh my God, nobody wanted to be together. And to be honest with you, I really don't know if I want to do the work.
Cody and Christine Brown. Cody met
Christine and Cody are done. She's back on the dating scene, and I love that for her. She's in her bag.
In 1990, though the pair didn't go on their first date until Valentine's Day in 1994. The following month, they entered into
No, I don't think he has really good dick. It's that they were raised in this religion that has really strict dating rules. Bro, at the same time, City of Doors and Cave Dwelling said that he looks like Chad Kroeger. That's fucking awesome.
a spiritual marriage, and Christine became the third wife to join the polygamous family. Something I thought was really interesting is that Christine's family is actually polygamy royalty of sorts.
The Allred family that Christine Brown was a part of was actually a very known polygamous family within polygamy.
Her grandfather was Owen Allred, who was the leader of the AUB after Rulon's assassination, and had a total of 13 wives.
I like the example that my grandmas were, for sure. They were just really close, and after my grandpa died, they just stayed together. So I like the sisterhood.
To me, that's what family was a lot of grandmas. And then I had 2 moms, and so that's what a normal family was to me, was a lot of moms.
Christine's aunt, Kristen Decker, left her polygamous marriage when she was 50 years old. In Kristen's book, 50 Years in Polygamy, Big Secrets and Little White Lies, she calls out the AUB as a cult. She claims that the teachings led to members being physically, mentally, emotionally, and sexually abused. And Kristen believes that all women practicing plural marriage are victims of sex trafficking and were
and she's right, and she should say it.
By the teaching of the church and by the other wives. Decker now runs the Sound Choices Coalition, a nonprofit that helps people escape polygamist groups like the AUB. Christine comes from a long line of women who have escaped polygamy. Christine's mother left her faith and her plural marriage after her children were grown.
It went downhill really fast. We just didn't get along. When she started having children and when we were together with the kids, we were great as moms for the kids. Being moms is a lot easier than being sister wives.
When I was 5, my dad married my other mom. And so I had 2 moms from 5 years old on, and I loved it. And I just remember watching them, just thinking how great it would be to have sister wives and just...
Which is crazy because her mom left polygamy in a dramatic way.
Partially from their example.
But Christine has said on Sister Wives that the choice to have a plural family was always something she saw for herself. I only ever wanted to be a third wife. I never wanted to be first at all. I only ever wanted to be a third because it sounded the easiest.
I always wanted sister wives. I just like the idea of the companionship. I like the idea of the freedom that it got me. I honestly wanted sister wives more than a husband for a good time of my life.
After their union, Cody and Christine welcomed 6 children of their own. Daughters Aspen, Mykelti, Gwendolyn, Isabel Truly, and son Peyton. Cody and Robin Brown. Robin became the 4th and final wife to join the plural family after meeting Cody at church in 2009.
She doesn't mention it here. Maybe she will later. But yeah, okay, she's going to talk about it later. Christine also left Cody.
Though she and Cody were only initially spiritually married, they made their union legal in 2014 after he divorced Mary so that Cody could adopt Robin's 3 children from her previous marriage.
The fact that an adoption, like a court would give him custody of these children, knowing what type of lifestyle he's leading, is crazy to me. I'm sorry. The fact that any judge would say, yeah, it's fine, let's let him adopt these children, knowing full well who this man is. A simple Google search. That's wild to me. That's crazy to me.
Son Dayton and daughters Aurora and Brianna.
Where does the show take place? They start in Utah and then they move to Vegas because Utah was like, no, we don't want you profiting off of Mormonism.
Also since welcomed more children together.
No premarital sex, but they have what's called wedding. Insert P&V and just lay there if you have a friend. Yeah, that's it's not just called wedding. There's another term for it. Someone will know. I've talked about it before. Soaking. It's soaking. Thank you. The jump hump. You get your friend to jump for you while you soak.
Son Solomon and daughter Ariella, making the total of children that Cody has 18 children. Throughout the years, fans and the sister wives themselves have noticed that Cody and Robin seem to have the closest relationship.
It would be nice if I had a husband who would see my perspective as much as he seems to see Robin's.
Which at times led to tension in the home, as all the other wives blatantly saw that Cody had a favorite wife.
Do you believe that Robin is the favorite wife?
I feel like, and my children feel like, he has been disproportionate in the amount of time that he spends there.
I think he has a favorite wife, and that's why all of this is like it is. That's just what it comes down to. I think he has a favorite wife.
Is Robin the favorite wife?
You know, that's the most unfair question because you don't have any idea what work she has done, what she has done as a person.
So yes.
The sacrifices that she's made.
But Robin said that her relationship with Cody was a result of how the other wives treated him. They handed him to me.
And said, we don't want to spend time with him, basically.
Well, after 25 years.
Oh God, that dude is such a pile of crap. Oh, he's the worst. I despise him. Even when I started watching the show when I was like 12 or 13, I was like, oh, he's nasty.
Marriage, I'm sure you get a little sick of the person. Especially if you're married to this guy. You're telling me you wouldn't get sick of him?
Plural marriage isn't all beer and Skittles, you know?
That's not. I also hated Robin. I'll admit it. I don't like her. I think she's like cruel. She called all the other wives fat.
The Brown family followers have spent more than 10 years watching the plural family on Sister Wives. And during those 10 years, they've dissected the personalities and dynamics between each family member. While Cody Brown has very few fans, if any, each of his 4 wives have at least some fans. But there's one wife that has fewer fans and far more haters than the others, and that's Robin Brown, Cody's 4th and final wife. Robin has been heavily criticized by fans over the years. So why do fans dislike her so much?
I'm gonna be honest and say I was convinced too that Robin also had an anxious attachment style. But really she started slipping up when the pandemic hit. And during that season, that's when I was like, oh, it's you. The call is in the house. It's you. It's not Cody. It's you.
It is Cody, though. It's also Cody. It's not just Robin. Robin sucks. Cody's worse.
Her wives' fans think
90s noodlehead. His hair is so bad. It's so bad. I don't even know where it comes from. He walked into the barber and said, just fuck up my shit. Make me look like a poodle's asshole.
Brown is manipulative. It's hard to say how well Cody and his 3 wives were doing before Robin came along, but fans still believe that
Comes from the head.
Robin joining the family was the tipping point for everyone.
The issue is that Robin continuously acts like she's oblivious to Cody's actions when everything he is doing is for her. They have talked about all of these things, and yet she completely pretends that she doesn't know what's going on.
Fans think that Robin manipulates situations and has managed to turn everyone against each other. In the family's book,
Isn't he just balding her views and to let go of the last few nudes? 100%.
Sister Wives.
It's like those noodles that are stuck to the bottom of the pot.
Robin noted that she was apprehensive about joining the Brown family because of the number of wives Cody had when they met.
We all know that this isn't all rainbows and flowers when they're going through this process of seeing me fall in love with somebody else.
Where I don't want to hurt anybody, and I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. It's a little bit difficult for me.
You've got Robin going, I'm not going to hurt them, and I'm like, I'm sorry. There's no way around that.
And the way she speaks about joining the family made fans believe that polygamy was not her first choice and was only something she considered because she had already been divorced.
Well, the cool thing about it is you got people all over you mothering your kids, and even even with Cody too. I mean, like them all just helping out. That's one of the cool things about it.
His hair was straight for the first several seasons, if that gives you any insight.
Fans have noticed that Robin tries to pull the strings in the plural family to get what she wants from Cody.
In Robin's culture, manipulating your way into being the favorite wife is the only method you have to ensure that you and your children are taken care of. And it is our biological urge to want to ensure that our children are taken care of.
Biological urge? Okay.
But if things turn around for her, she tries to play the victim. For example, there's been times that the other wives have called Cody out for acting unfairly and favoring Robin.
I've thought about this a lot lately because I've told friends recently that I didn't want to be an advocate of plural marriage anymore because I am more aware now than I ever was before.
Christina, thank you for the biddies. Everyone go follow Christina.
Apparent and obvious unfairness in the relationship.
Some are up, some are down, but it's, it's always changing.
I know I have all the love I want.
His favorite thing to do on the show that always irked me was cut his wives off mid-sentence. And he just did it. But that was one of my main impressions of him when I started watching the show. Was like, let them speak, you piece of shit.
And you guys sometimes feel like you're pining constantly for me to, give you some.
But fans notice that he returns right back to Robin and just backtracks on everything he had said.
Robin's the only good communicator in this whole family. I'm communicator. There's a term they use for Robin. It's called circling the donkey. It's where the donkey is roped to the grinder and it's grinding the mill and that donkey just goes around and around and around and around.
Comparing your wife to a donkey.
Robin gets to the bottom of the problem. It's an unfair term for her, but the fact is it's a compliment.
And fans believe that this is because Robin pulls the strings. I mean, girl boss, we love a matriarch. Is it really her fault for Cody being spineless? Code rules that favor Robin's kids.
Well, the thing is, Cave Dwelling, when your picks are people who are first cousins in Mormonism, kind of limits the variety of appearance. Ever been compared to a donkey so lovingly? I would throw up.
That's specifically talked about in the Sister Wives.
I would rather be called an ass.
Fandom are the COVID-19 rules that Cody and Robin put in place.
You did not give me those rules till 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. So from March until Thanksgiving, I had no rules.
Those were
No, you didn't. You did too. That's not true.
After this year of COVID,
right now, but
with the way that we have treated each other this year through COVID, no.
Robin is absolutely right here. COVID exposed us.
None of the other wives.
I don't like the idea of him enforcing rules on the family.
were allowed to visit them, nor were their children. But despite that strict rule, Robin went out and hired a nanny in that same year.
What is the nanny and her husband doing that makes it so they can come over? Because when I'm home, I do exactly what I should, yet my girls can't see their siblings. What does the nanny do?
This nanny was caring for her children. Meanwhile, the other wives weren't even allowed to come over and visit with the family. When the other wives and their children were finally—
That had to have been so isolating for Mary because her child was an adult and she has no other children.
To visit, there were rules about how close they could be, and no one was allowed inside the house.
Fun fact, Robin's ex-husband / first father of her first 3 kids was Christine's first cousin. Also, Janelle was married to Mary's brother before she married Cody. Oh!
And this upset a lot of the sister wives, not just because they couldn't see someone that they were spiritually married to, but also because of the way it affected their children, who were heartbroken at not being able to see their dad. Robin badmouths the other wives. Fans have also noticed that Robin Brown badmouths the other wives.
I listen to German industrial rock
Ooh.
or older rappers like Eminem.
She's so
When
cute.
we were in Vegas, she went to several rock concerts and wore black t-shirts and heavy makeup and stuff.
Oh no.
Oh, Robin. You goddamn bitch. You goddamn bitch. You ruined. Who the fuck do you think you are with your busted ass curls and your fucking semen shaped eyebrows? Shut the fuck up and you leave Janelle alone. You leave Janelle alone.
No.
Stay in your crusty ass lane, Robin.
Some snakeskin leggings and a ratty black t-shirt, tank top thing. So
Good for you, babe. Good for you.
Yeah.
Fans think she's tried her best to tear down the other relationship.
And I mentioned this, I don't know if she'll play it in this video. Robin called all the other wives fat.
That Cody has, probably out of insecurity and struggling with the fact that your husband is also married to 3 other women. I mean, I know very few people. No, what am I talking about? I don't know very many people. I know nobody who could handle that. I think most people, that just creates a system ripe for
no lips. If you put together all the lips that the both of them have, you would still not have a full set of lips. Negative lips. Bye, Marty.
Insecurity, jealousy, and comparing yourself to other people in this plural marriage constantly. Lately, Robin has also been accused of scamming her fellow sister wives out of money, particularly Janelle. During the November 13th—
Hey, that's my birthday, November 13th. I said that semen-shaped eyebrows. She does, and she has no right to be commenting on anyone else's looks. Not with her 2012 hairstyle. I'm sorry. She needs to keep her negative lips sealed. Close them, bitches. Leave Eminem alone too.
2022 episode of Sister Wives, Janelle said she can't leave.
Oh, I was gonna say. Oh no, I'd already said that. Never mind.
Spiritual husband Cody Brown because she has no assets in her name.
Oh, I was also saying, that's what I was gonna say. Janelle was the primary breadwinner. She had a job. I think she probably still does. She was bringing money in. A lot of the other wives were not. Cody, iffy. So the fact that she's forced to stay with him for financial reasons is bullshit. The fact that she's been forced to move to a trailer park despite how much money the show is bringing in, disgusting.
Janelle ended up sharing that when she sold her Vegas home, she gave half the proceeds to Robin to help towards the purchase of Robin and Cody's $900,000 home in Flagstaff. So Robin is living like a queen in a 4,000 plus square foot, 5-bed, 4-bath home, and Janelle is living in an RV on the Flagstaff property with no assets in her name.
It's a very, very nice fifth wheel. It has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
You're moving out onto the property?
Yeah.
It seems so crazy.
Does it seem crazy only to me? It can't seem crazy only to me.
Honestly, I gave half the proceeds from my house in Vegas to Robin to help purchase the house she's in currently. We also at this time pooled a lot of money from the joint family account to help get her into that house, Janelle stated. And fans believe Janelle is being scammed by Robin and Cody because for years she was the main breadwinner working as a real estate agent.
I've been saying she was the main breadwinner of the family.
And now no one is paying her back or helping her with her living situation. She guilted Mary out of going to college. Last but not least, another instance that really upset fans was when Robin talked Mary out of going to college.
I forgot about this. This pissed me off. Mary, her child was grown. I can't remember. Robin was supposed to have a baby for Mary. I don't think she ever did. And Mary wanted something new in her life, so she was going to go back to school. And Robin, this goddamn bitch, convinced her not to.
And when the topic of going to college was brought up, Robin was
Love Sprite Cranberry.
quick to tear Mary down.
I've been thinking a lot about needing to do something for me. Okay.
Bye, Groove Dragon.
I'm gonna go back to college. And I'm gonna do it starting fall semester. Sorry. No, I'm...
I just got a text from Nina Turner. It says, it's Nina Turner. I urgently need you to help. Can you pitch in $27? Nina, I know you. That's so funny. Also, no, I'm sorry. He's not going to win. I'm not going to donate to his campaign. I love you, Senator Nina Turner. I'm not donating to Jamal Green's, dead end mayoral campaign. We got Brandon Johnson. We got Chewy Garcia. Jamal Green's pulling in 0.1% of the vote. I know where my priorities are.
Going to school and getting a degree and having that accomplishment is just really important to me.
And then eventually you get your degree. And then what do you do then?
Whatever she wants, bitch. Whatever she fucking wants. She gets up out of this nasty, crusty family that you fucking weaseled your way into. And she lives a fulfilling life, you goddamn bitch. That's what she does.
Go to school and that's great. But how far is that going to take her away from the family? And that's what I'm concerned about.
She doesn't want to be around you, you nasty, nasty woman.
I want to know, and I'm scared, is it going to take her away from my sister's closet? Is it going to take her away from the family? Is it going to take her away from me?
And at the time,
Can you clarify your feelings? Yeah, she's a bitch.
Brown was struggling. She was depressed and wanted a change in her life. But Robin talked her out of going to school so she could help with their business, My Sister Wives Closet, a business that never really took off. And fans are still mad at her for making Mary miss that change.
What video is this? The End of Sister Wives by Cruel World Happy Mind.
A huge drama during the show was when the sister wives had to leave their home in Utah.
There's a potential that our dad could go to jail.
The sheriff drove by today.
This is not the America that I learned about when I was in school.
This was never happening, by the way. He was never going to go to jail.
Sister Wives Season 2, Cody Brown and his 4 wives and their 16 children at the time left Utah under duress when an investigation began on the family.
It wasn't because they were polygamous, just to be clear. That wasn't why there was an investigation.
The city of Lehigh finished their investigation and they turned over their findings to the district attorney.
This was a huge drama during the second season. Lots of fans tuning in to see, is Cody gonna get arrested? Is he gonna get persecuted? What's happening? Why do they have to leave in a rush? Oh my gosh.
I like that police car was not coming to their home.
But the documents from the 2010 investigation actually depict a completely different story than what was shown on the show.
It was just ghosts responding to an emergency call somewhere else. They made it seem like, oh, we gotta run in the dead of night because the police are coming to get us.
In fact, there's been quite a bit of deception with the whole Sister Wives production of season 2. After season 1 debuted, the Brown family went on a press tour, including going on the Today Show, where they officially came out as polygamists to the public.
So what?
After the first season of the show, they came out as polygamists. Good night, Gets Karma.
What led you down this path? What made you choose polygamy?
Oh, shoot. It was faith-based. It's just part of a faith belief, and I followed through with it, and this is kind of where it landed.
In 2009, polygamy was a third-degree felony in Utah, and after the season aired, the Lehigh, I think it's pronounced, police department began an investigation against the Brown family. And in Sister Wives season 2, the family makes a dramatic show of having to evacuate their home and how they're being run out of Utah.
But that isn't even what... Okay, so they were being investigated because they were polygamists. But that wasn't... I'll let her explain it.
And persecuted for their religious beliefs. Not like there's a whole history of intense trauma in Utah associated with polygamy, but you know. Cody said that to keep the family intact, they must move out of Utah. And they moved their family to a place they believed to be more open-minded. Las Vegas, Nevada.
Every day that we're here, our family goes deeper and deeper into the fear of what could happen. The people in Vegas are going to be a lot more tolerant.
Yeah, I mean, Las Vegas is definitely more open-minded than Utah. That is for sure. Cody's 4 wives and their 16 children were packing up and preparing for the move when the media caught wind of it. And they were saying that they had 24 hours to move before TMZ released the story.
We're going to move in 3 days.
And the show made it seem like investigators would try and arrest Cody at that time once the story broke. They worried that if Cody was found guilty, then the wives would be separated and Cody would go to prison, which is what happened to Christine's grandfather and his many wives. All this panic and alleged persecution made for good reality TV, but it wasn't true at all. The Browns were not in danger of being persecuted for polygamy. It's rare for the Utah Attorney General's office to prosecute polygamists unless they're accused of additional crimes. And the 2010 Lehigh police report reveals the true details of the investigation. The investigator acknowledges that Cody is an admitted bigamist, but since there was no evidence of other crimes associated with bigamy, the state prosecutors declined to prosecute Cody.
So they weren't gonna go to jail.
The real crime was the fact that the Browns were financially benefiting off of promoting a criminal act on the Sister Wives TLC show. Though if you ask me, the biggest crime of all is even wanting to marry this man.
And she's so right, and she should say that a lot.
The police report reads, "It's most likely that the Brown family received some sort of financial consideration for their involvement in this project. That would suggest that they were paid to promote an activity that is a criminal act in their state. However, it's unknown at this point what, if any, financial compensation was received. Had the Browns stopped the TV show, the investigation would have been dropped."
He chose the TV show over keeping his kids in the same houses.
So, to be able to continue their TV show, Cody moved his family to Las Vegas. On top of that, the investigation reported that the Sister Wives producers were actually fighting to decriminalize polygamy, which the show was meant to promote in the first place. The last page of the police report reveals this shocking information. The Sister Wives producer, Timothy Gibbons, made contact with Cody through a group actively working to decriminalize polygamy called Principal Voices. The police report reads,
That's kind of fucked up.
It was found that in 2009, independent producers Timothy Gibbons and Christopher Poole approached the North Carolina-based company Figure 8 Films with the concept of a reality show about the Brown family. Prior to this, Timothy Gibbons had been introduced to Cody by Anna Wild with the polygamy advocacy group Principal Voices. The goal of Sister Wives from the beginning was to advocate for polygamy, and with the help of Sister Wives and Cody, polygamy was decriminalized in Utah in 2020. Instead of polygamy being a third-degree felony in Utah, it now can only be punished with at most a $750 fine and community service. Really advocating for women there, I see. According to Gibbons' production company website, the Sister Wives producer promised no experts or opposing views would be included in the show.
That's nuts.
That was contrary to their goal of decriminalizing polygamy. And TLC didn't tell viewers that Sister Wives producers and Cody were working in tandem to decriminalize polygamy.
It's funny because the show ended up doing such a bad job at this by showing the destruction of this polygamist family. It's so funny. Like their goal, and I guess to some extent they were successful in decriminalizing polygamy in Utah. But I think they did a really bad job at showing that it's like a valid lifestyle and that it's, you know, a great community setting. They all left him except for Robin. They all left him except for Robin, and Janelle to some extent. No, I think she did leave him too. After he ruined her life financially.
And push the narrative that plural marriage isn't harmful and shouldn't be illegal.
I did burp.
And instead, the show ended up just proving why plural marriages are so harmful and toxic, ironically. So it seems like behind the scenes and with the production of Sister Wives, there was a lot of shady intentions and general deception. And even though fans connected with primarily the three Sister Wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, there was one person in particular that no one connected with, and that's Cody Brown. Cody Wynn Brown was born on January 17th.
Oh, he 100% was the deadbeat dad and deadbeat husband.
1969 to William Wynn Brown and Janelle too. His father was a polygamist and had 3 wives, and Cody has 9 siblings. He was raised in a Mormon household and says his parents struggled with the dichotomy of the Mormon faith and plural marriage. And Cody worked as an advertising salesman until the start of the show. And TLC viewers first met Cody when he was living in Utah with his 3 wives at the time. During the first season, Cody was presented as a doting father who wanted his children to grow up feeling safe.
Which is so funny because that did not fucking happen. He was such an absent dad.
But sadly, in recent years,
Having a Frosty now. She inspired you.
Cody has completely lost his ability to juggle multiple households and keep everyone happy.
We came into this by way of commandment. We felt like we were supposed to live it, and we had an ideal that it was a better way. And it come to a stark reality of the struggle that it is.
And the patriarch has been accused of creating conflicts so that he can continue living under Robin's roof.
Oh, 100% he was antagonizing those women. He was antagonistic as fuck.
Do you believe that Robin is the favorite wife?
I feel like, and my children feel like, he has been disproportionate in the amount of time that he spends there.
I don't have a head wife in this family.
For years, Cody tried to take Christmas away. And then Robin came in the family and she started being like, well, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my whole entire life. But she had magical conversations with Cody where he would come back and say, I think that we need to still have Christmas and things like that. And she was totally heard. And it blew my mind.
At first on the show, Cody was meh. I mean, let's be honest, was anyone tuning into the show to watch Cody constantly flip his hair and look bewildered?
And it's just vomiting out of me.
Whoa. You don't know what I went through.
Nobody likes this man. Good night, Jay Hawker. I'm sorry. She's right. The fans hate Cody. Deservedly. He's nasty. Him and Robin deserve each other, though. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and let this play.
But later on in the show, fans became more and more disillusioned with Cody, especially in regards to how he acted as a father. When the wives went away for a few days, Christine and Cody's daughter Truly became very ill.
This is actually going to be the first time in 8 years that I've ever watched all the children.
Truly does not feel well at all. And she kept me up all night last night. She just kept moving from place to place to place.
And Cody practically ignored her, saying she's just fine.
She doesn't really have a fever, though. I don't know what's wrong. She wasn't that hot. I know a fever.
Cody and Aspen and McKelty, they've both been talking to me, and Truly's really sick. And so I'm excited to get back home to see what's going on with her. You know, Cody says she just has flu-like symptoms, but not a fever. But Aspen and McKelty are pretty freaked out by her and her behavior.
Christine comes home from the trip and sees Truly is so sick, she's gone cross-eyed.
I got to the emergency and I went and checked in, and she just kept going cross-eyed. I don't know this. I don't know how serious this is.
And takes her to the emergency room and finds out she has acute kidney failure.
They called a kidney specialist in because they realized that she had no fluids in her. Her kidneys are shut down.
Her kidneys are completely shut
Yeah,
down.
they're
They're not
completely
working.
shut down. They've stopped.
And that was a huge example of how neglectful as a father he was. Cody also forgot his son's 21st birthday in December of 2022.
I didn't remind him that it was my birthday because I wanted to see if he remembered. And he didn't.
And refused to go to one of his daughter's surgeries for her scoliosis.
You can't come the whole time.
Listen, I'm not flying there. This is the thing, you guys. I'm not going to New York. All right? So I think that you should wait for the surgery.
And all these children have expressed
That you should wait for the surgery that you need? You dog, why aren't you going? I can't even imagine a good reason to not go. What a piece.
how they've been let down and disappointed by their dad. And it leaves me with the question, what is even remotely appealing about Cody? And he pulled...
How many kids did they have? I think she said he has 17.
4 women who married him and gave him children. If you watching right now are complaining because you want to be in a relationship but you're still single, you should be inspired by Cody, because he really does show that anything is possible and that you really can find people who love you no matter who you are. A lot of fans also think that Cody is the epitome of a man-child. During Sister Wives season 17, Cody has had many tantrums. And one notable tantrum that Cody has had is over the many sacrifices that he believes he made in his marriage to Christine. Cody confronted Christine Brown about their marriage in season 17 in a family meeting and said he has never loved her and that he performed his marriage duties out of necessity and not love.
In our marriage, I was putting so much effort. I was holding her hand. I was kissing her. Well, I wasn't in love. I was doing it as my duty as a husband.
Oh, that's so dirty. What the fuck? That poor woman. This idea that he has sacrificed anything when these women have sacrificed so much.
And she's not either. I mean, she quit loving me years ago.
That was great to hear after like 25 years. Fans were shocked to hear him speak about intimate details of his and Christine's relationship in front of the other sister wives. And even more shocked about the fact that he said he never loved Christine on national television, where their 6 children would see it and hear him say that. Cody Brown has 18 children shared with his 4 wives. However, except for his daughter Mykelti, he doesn't have a good relationship with any of the children that he shares with Christine.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Dean, Janelle, or Mary. Maybe he is the problem then. And he's disappointed these kids because on the other hand, they see him having a great relationship with all of Robin's children and being super involved, even with the 3 children he adopted from Robin's other marriage. And during COVID, all of his...
I mean, especially like as a kid growing up in this lifestyle, you just have to feel like shit because you can see your dad neglecting you and not neglecting his other children. And there's so many of them. And you also have to observe him, neglecting your mom, his wife, and choosing favorites and feeling like, why am I not good enough? Why is my mom not good enough? Why is our family not good enough? Why do you only spend time with this wife? Why do you only spend time with her kids? Like, I'm just as much your kid as some of them are. I'm more of your kid than some of them are. What's going on? And like having to grapple with that while also being forced into the limelight your entire life.
The rules and restrictions are what really let down his children, who weren't even really allowed to see him or have a relationship with him, especially when he missed his daughter's surgery and fans saw her asking for him after her surgery, all the while he never showed up.
Last night was brutal. It was brutal. And she kept asking for her daddy, and I'm like, honey, he's not here. And then a few minutes later, she'd ask for him again. I'm like, what? And then the doctor explained to me that when they're coming out of anesthesia, they don't really register anything. So she was gonna ask for the same thing over and over and over. It was so heartbreaking.
And of course, COVID-19 fears are understandable to a certain extent. Many people have debilitating phobias of sickness and germs, but fans felt that his COVID-19 protocols were more of an excuse rather than a legitimate fear, especially since him and Robin often contradicted their own rules. And also, of course, 18 children is an insane amount of children to have, and it's literally impossible to juggle time.
Him not going to his daughter's surgery. I mean, you just start telling her you don't love her. Like, you're not going to be there for her when she really needs you. Like, you forgot your son's birthday. That's horrible in its own right. But like missing something that was very serious, where there was a possibility for a bad outcome. You're not even going to be in that state. You're not even going to be there for her or for your wife. You're not a father.
Time and attention between 18 children, which is an exact reason why polygamy is unhealthy, especially for the children of the family who witness these marital relationships and don't get any time with their father. But to sympathize with Kody Brown a little bit, he was raised in this exact same environment, so maybe this was all he knew, and he probably never knew any other way of operating. Now, as of 2022, most of the sister wives have left Kody Brown.
Thank fucking God. Okay, this is a good place to stop, and I'll pick it up here tomorrow because we're about halfway through, and I don't want to start this new section and not be able to finish it, and I know I'm not going to be able to finish it. So we'll pick up there tomorrow. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Don't worry, it gets crazier. There's more. I've never watched a single episode of the show, and I hate this guy. Good. You're bringing the right energy. You're bringing the energy to Kody Brown that he fucking deserves. Okay. Let's raid Christina. And I'll be live again tomorrow. And I'll see you all then. But until then, be nice to Christina. Go hang out with Christina. Go have fun in her stream. But yeah, we'll finish this video tomorrow. We'll get into the divorces, which is going to be really juicy. And then we'll do some other content because I don't think that'll take up the whole time. But okay. Bye.